Hello, I'm Ryan. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do a manual installation of WordPress on cPanel. First thing we're going to do is we're going to need to get ourselves a copy of WordPress, and you can see we are at wordpress.org. That .org is the important part, /download. And if you just go to wordpress.org, it'll show you the download screen right from the beginning, so you don't need to do anything else. We've already done this, and we have our WordPress 4.9.4, which is the version as of February 12th, 2018. And in order to install this within our cPanel, we're going to have a domain. I've used an add-on domain here. You could use your primary domain. It doesn't really matter. We just want to make sure we get to the right folder. And I have my cPanel file manager open here, and you can see we are in a folder called todosedona.com, and that's the domain we're going to be using to do this install, and it's an empty directory right now. So let's go ahead and upload our zip folder of WordPress. Whoops, cancel that, and we'll just drag this into there. And that'll take, maybe 30, 45 seconds, 23 seconds it says. But while it's doing that, let's create a database within cPanel so we have some place to store our information. Underneath databases, a real easy way to do it is the MySQL database wizard that comes with your cPanel. And here, let's do WordPress to do Sedona. And that is going to be our database name. So let's remember this, and we could always copy it somewhere if we need to. And our user is going to be to do Sedona user. And let's create a password, and I will tell you what it is because you're going to see it anyway. It's going to be pound 1 2 3 4 5 6, and then let's do capital A, and we need it again, so we'll do pound 1 2 3 4 5 6 capital A. And I suggest that you actually maybe use the password generator or something a little stronger than what I'm using here, but this is a training site, and I'll be adding some stuff to it, and it'll most likely get deleted very shortly. And let's go ahead and create our user, and then next we're going to apply the permissions, and we're going to give this all privileges to this user. And we'll go to next step, and that says we're complete. That's great. Let's just return home, and we don't need to be here. We're going back to our file manager, and it says our directory is empty, but we just uploaded something. So I think if we reload, we'll have what we need, and there we go. There's our zipped folder. Now we're going to have to extract this, and we have file manager has an extractor right there, and we'll just hit extract. We're going to extract it right where we're going here, and it's going to give us another folder, and it's going to be called WordPress. And it gave us the results, which everything was good to go. And you see it's not there. Within File Manager, you're going to have to do reloading if you're staying within this page. So we'll reload, and we should see a new folder of WordPress. If we were to do our install based on the settings right now, our website would be todosedona.com /WordPress would be our home page. We don't necessarily want that. We don't want WordPress in our URL. So let's move all the files and folders within this WordPress folder back. And we're going to just grab them all, and we're going to move them. And all we're going to do here is we're going to get rid of this WordPress. And this will push it all back into the todosedona.com folder. And we will move the files and return to where we are. We can leave this here if we want. Or we can just delete it. Let's just get rid of it. We don't need it. There's nothing in there. Remember, we just moved everything back to the root folder of this domain. Now, the next thing we need to do is set the WP config file, and that's the controller for WordPress's database. It's where it stores its information. And so let's go ahead and edit this. And you could do edit or code edit. We'll do code edit just because we can show you the lines that we're going to be changing. So on this particular install, we want to change lines 23. We're going to change line 26, 29. We're going to leave 32 alone, and I'll get to that in a second. And then we're also going to need to change lines 49 through 56. And an optional change would be line 66. And there's some other things you could do here that we'll get to a tutorial on later, and that's creating a multi-site install. But this is going to be just the plain old single WordPress install. So remember, we had a database name, and apparently my memory's shot because I don't remember what it is already, and that's okay. Let's go to MySQL databases in cPanel, and we see we did WordPress to do Sedona. I'm just going to copy that, and it was to do. Oh, we have Saona user, so we'll have to remember that. So let's do Saona user is what we did on accident. And we'll go back here, and here's our database name. We'll just paste that in. It was WordPress to do Sedona. And this was to do SE no D O N A U S E R. And remember, our password was #12345 capital A. And we're going to leave this as localhost. We're on a GoDaddy shared plan right now, and localhost is the correct settings for that. You may be on something else, and you may need to have a different database host. I know with, I don't know about HostGator, but I know with DreamHost and some of the other ones, you're going to have to define where it's going. And your host will tell you that if you need to do that. The next thing we need to do is we need to add our keys and salts here, lines 49 through 56. And that's real easy. They give us exactly what to do right here. You can generate using this link here. So let's just open that link, and we'll go to that. And we want to grab this entire thing, making sure we're not leaving out any of those semicolons there. And we'll go back to our file, and because if you notice here, they have all the definitions we need already set. So let's just go back here, and we're going to take this entire thing, and we're just going to paste over it. And that gives us our salts right there. We're good there. The next thing we talked about was line 66 within this, and we could change the database prefix. So WP underscore is the standard prefix, and if we want to kind of thwart hackers in any way, we can, we could change this up, because everybody knows that WP underscore, anybody that works on WordPress knows that this is the default. So we could change this to XY, we could change it to your dog's name, we could do whatever we want here. We can give it a random set of characters. In this instance, we're just going to leave it as is. I don't really care for this particular install, and we'll save our changes, and we're actually done with this, and we are done with that as well, and we're done with that. So now within our file manager, we're back there, and we can see we have our WP config sample we just did. WordPress will not read WP config sample. It'll read WP config.php. So we need to rename this and remove that dash sample. Let's get rid of that, and we'll go ahead and rename it. And from there, we're ready to do the WordPress install. And we'll just open a new tab here, and we're going to go ahead and type in todosedona.com /wp-admin /install.php. And you can see we've already got it up here. And let's see, so we have English and a million other languages. I only know English, so that's what we'll do. Okay, so let's give it a site title. I don't know, our site, and our user is going to be my username, and our password is going to be, let's use the same password, the #123456 A. And you know what, that would give you guys access, so we're going to use something different here, just in case. And this is my email. If you have any questions, go ahead and shoot me one. And we don't want this to be indexed. Not that it's going to be up that long anyway, but we just don't want it. So let's go ahead and install WordPress. All right, we don't need to, yeah, why not? We'll go ahead and save that, actually. All right, great. So success, WordPress has been installed. Thank you and enjoy. And this will give us our splash screen to log in. And once we log in, there we go. And let's just make sure we'll show that we actually have a website. And here is our to-do Sedona site. And this looks like it is our standard WordPress theme. And that's what you should have if you follow the instructions correctly. Accompanied with this, I'll have written out instructions as well. And thank you for watching.